Hi dear students, this is SANAL from Physics Login. Today we are going to solve this question. Just read the question. When a vibrating tuning fork of frequency 512 Hz is held above the mouth of a resonance tube of adjustable length. Okay, so you are using a resonance tube with the adjustable length. That means adjustable length means that it will be a closed pipe. Okay, you need to apply closed pipe situation here. The first two successive positions of resonance occurs when the length of the air column is 15.4 centimeter and 48.6 centimeters. So first resonance occurs on the length of 15.4 and the second next resonance is occurring at the 48.6 centimeter. Okay. And the end correction, you need to find out the end correction value. So you know that if you consider a closed pipe, consider a closed pipe. So this is a closed pipe, then closed end. Okay, fundamental frequency we will check first here at this point. Closed end it will be node and open end it will be antinode. This you already know. So the frequency generated will be like this. If you see this diagram, actually, normal case, what you will do, you will consider this as the length of the tube L, and this L is balanced with what is the distance between two antinode and node? It is lambda by 4, right? So lambda is equal to what? 4 times L, you can say. Then you can find out the frequency, generally velocity upon lambda. So it will be V upon 4L. This is the normal calculation, okay? But in actual practice, what happened is, at this point, okay, this point, exactly at the end of the point, you won't get the antinode. That means after this, what happened? The vibration will scatter and the maximum displacement of the particle is slightly above this one. Okay. It will be slightly above the tube. So there is an extension. You can see that this is the end correction E. Okay. You can take it as E. Then now what happens when you consider the end correction, the total, previously the length of the tube you equated to 4, lambda by 4. Now what you need to do, this situation, when you're considering the end correction, L plus E will be balanced with the lambda by 4 now. Understood? That is the difference. If both ends are open, what happens? Both ends are open means what? Here also, antinode. So 2 times E will come. Okay. So you understood this one. Here it is resonance is you're getting at 15.4 and 48.6 centimeter, right? So you can take this is the first case L1 I am writing. And the second case, what happens? Next to frequency. Next to frequency, how will you find out? So you have the closed pipe again. If you consider the same thing, now the length will change. Next to frequency, you need to introduce one more node here. So what happens? Here also it is node and here it will be antinode. So the waves generated will be like this. The stationary wave formed will be like this. Here you can say it will be slightly above this one. So end correction is there. Length, you take it as this is L2. So now what is the second case? Second time what is happening? L2 plus E is balanced with what is that? The distance in terms of lambda. This is lambda by 2. This is lambda by 4. So it will become 3 lambda by 4. Correct? So you know that frequency equation is V. F is equal to V by lambda. So here you can say that first case V upon what is lambda here? 4 times L1 plus E, right? 4 times L1 plus E, which is equal to next resonant frequency. What is that? V upon, what is the lambda now? Lambda is equal to 4 by 3 L2 plus E. 4 by 3 L2 plus E. So you can cancel this and this from both sides. So cross multiply it. 3 into L1 plus E equal to L2 plus E. So 3 into L1 plus 3E equal to L2 plus E. Now you solve for end correction. You required solve for end correction E from this equation. So it will become 3L1 minus L2 is equal to E minus 3E. So 2E is equal to L2 minus 3L1. So E is equal to L2 minus 3 L1 divided by 2. L2 and L1, what is the value? You can check that one. So you take L1 is 15.4 and L2 is 48.6. Okay, so you can substitute that values here. 48.6 minus 3 into 15.5, 42.2 divided by 2. Which equation, which one is correct? 48 minus 48.6 minus 46.2 divided by 2, and option A is correct. Okay. So if you feel that this video is useful, just like, subscribe, and press the bell icon for the next question. Thank you.